All right. So this is going to line up to probably one of the most weirdest anti-meta matches coming up with RTC versus THT. Let me get back to the main garage screen here, and I will go down the list of the tanks that you will not be seeing in this match. It's quite long, but you're going to laugh after you hear this one. All right. So, these tanks will not be allowed. They are banned. Superconch, Valors, IS-7, Bat Chats, E4s, Artie, Machines, 5A, 113, Chisels, T-57 Heavies, 50Bs, Rompanzes, T-100 LTs, and Mauses. Those are the tanks that are banned. Everything else is up for grabs. So this is going to be interesting. So I got to do some community checkups here really fast. With GTL getting into the full-on final mode now, other tournaments are now starting to spawn up. If you need to, go check out Small Tournaments WOT Console. Over there, Chud Studley and Slice, DG Darkness, Kellen, all those guys there have a tournament that's going to be coming out. The difference in this one is you don't have to be part of a team. So, yet again, if you're interested in something like that here, I'm going to throw you guys the invite. You can go over there, join in on that craziness. And it's a 766 format. So go check that out. That's the small tourney.
Currently it's tier 8, 9, 10, and there's a ban on Artie. So if you hate Artie, go play in
This is your tournament.
Let's see. Of course, we all know about the 21st. That's old news. So the first hint and coming from Wargaming that there will be a cross-play tournament has been dropped. That's going to be kind of interesting. So going to be keeping out, it looks like sometime in August. So
exciting.
That one's going to be interesting. What other one? You got the ITW is still going on. I have to give a shout out to the ITW peeps. We love doing coverage for those guys. Ladder tournaments also coming. I know their tournaments in the works.
Legit right now is working out map picks for each team. It looks like RTC has picked Himmelsdorf and THT is doing Murrow. Is that what we were doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Looks like we're going with the THT pick first.
No meta tanks.
No meta tanks, and THT did a great job. Wasn't that was that last week against H8?
Yes.
That was a fantastic match. Definitely go to YouTube or go back to some of our Twitch from last week and check that match out. THT versus H8 went to Game 5. Fantastic match. It looks like we're getting close to starting with tank picks, so I'm anticipating this, I'm sure, as much as Hell's and Legit. What are we going to see?
Right? It's going to be interesting. Now, how many...
I'm interested in the medium play. I think I know what I'm going to expect in terms of heavies.
140,
medium play.
Dino 7, T62A. Well, and there's some places, even here on Muro, isn't the 121 could be played? The Chinese mid?
But I see some of the British mediums being very useful.
Oh, yeah, Action X, 4202.
Hold down. Yeah.
What's that?
4202 and Action X definitely work on a map like this.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of take the place of like where people normally play like the Chisel. The big question is what do you replace your Bat Chat with? Is there a replacement for the Bat Chat? Could you actually run a TVP? I don't know. So many teams are accustomed to using the Bat Chat, and then what's your hold down heavy? If it's not a Valor or a Superconch, which are on defense, they're your meta.
60 TP?
What do you run?
60 TP would fit up on F3.
Did they ban sleazies?
Yuba, thank you for the subscribe. 3 months in a row.
They did not ban sleazy E's, so you could still bring a sleazy E, you could still bring a 60 TP, and those are good anchor tanks.
Kronvon.
But what's your Ridge Warrior tank? Kronvon, there you go. Sad Baby Imp answered the question.
Yep. I was wondering if they were going to bust out that. Oh, there's the 60 TP too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, E5 could do pretty decently here. I mean, all the tanks that would be able to hatch pick the E5, relatively easy. I mean, Super Conk, Valor, stuff like that. They're out of the game. Bat Chat's out of the game. So E5 might actually have a pretty legitimate fighting chance here.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially, I think, more so on the defensive end than offense. It doesn't really need to show much of its hull.
There's the Mana Core.
Mana Core. We've seen, we saw that in the THT H8 match last week. Very effective use of the Mana Core on Murrow, actually. There's your TVP. 7-7, okay. This goes to show you, Hells, if we name enough tanks that aren't in the meta, we're bound to be right.
All right.
Badger, that's one we did not mention.
Badger, yeah, Badger should have a lot of fun. No Artie to dig the Badger out, so that's going to be... Tusk, that's
Progetto, there's
interesting.
your other autoloader, yeah. A Tusk, interesting.
Interesting. Well, the Tusk can hide. I just don't know how well the Tusk can stay in a bush.
I don't know either, yeah.
It's the E3
It seems
elite
like
tank. I thought they banned that.
Which one?
The
E3?
E3.
No, E3 is not. E4 is banned.
E4 is banned, not E3.
Yeah, E3 is
Yeah,
not.
okay.
I mean, only noob teams like Punish use E3s. Come on. That a tank.
Nah, we don't use them. We use 2 of them.
That's right. We double up.
We double up on stuff like that, damn it. All right, over on the THT side, Roasted Banana bringing out the straw. Badger from El Lam Chapo. Cuba and the Tusk. Easy Snipes in the 4202. Bama Freak in the IS4. Dolphin in the E5. Husker in the 60 TP. And then the other Hellcat in the Progetto 65. Over to you, Dis.
That other Hellcat guy. Over on the RTC side, we have Spartan in the E3. And yes, the Badger, Sad Baby Ant. Manicore zoned. PvP there with UV lights. Skips in the 277 along with Kellen. Quipster in the Chieftain with Sig. Chieftain's a good shout on this map. I think that tank works on both sides as kind of your hold down heavy for sure.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, that Chieftain has just been relegated to the side with the Valor now.
Big shout out to Quipster and MVG. What up, guys? How you guys doing?
Yep, 2 good friends that pop in and hang out with us from time to time.
Hey, the guy that just you want to go talk to him?
What?
I'll talk to you later about it.
Okay.
I saw an interesting suggestion in Cap of putting the K91. That's a good sniping tank too. Yeah, I could see that working from distance.
Could it? Is it too short to work at K3?
That's what I was wondering. Now, it definitely doesn't have the gun depression, but boy, that gun is fierce and fast firing if you found the right position for it. Looks like RTC's that do kind of the straight 2-line look here. Badgers that go up on top of the 3-line ridge, you hold down, and it looks like they'll push everything to the cap. Manicore zoned is trying to get out there early. Is he going to try to put rear side cap pressure on behind the house? He took a shot, but he made it in. That's a tough position to dig out if you do not have field control.
Right? No, that is a very hard.
Yeah, they're going to be in trouble here. So they're going for a quick cap here. Zone came off the cap. I don't know if he meant to do that. They have RTC has those double chieftains down low. They have the Badger up high, and then the 277's on cap. They only have 2 tanks on cap, but we're down to 30 seconds. This IS-4 Bama Freak is going to have to try to get a reset here. Progetto and Tusk are coming on the outside with Hellcat and Cuba for resets. See how they do.
Fight going on there between UV and Roasted Banana. I don't got a whole lot of... We'll keep bouncing back and forth over there. Ooh, Manticore
That's a
got
fight
shot.
you'll never see.
Manticore getting lit up.
Sturv and a TVP out in the middle of the field fighting on Murrow.
Let's go pop it back in here and look and see what's going on. Tusk is
THT
going...
is doing a good job of getting resets, but they're down a tank. "14 seconds on the clock, 3 on the cap, putting the pressure on THT. Bama Freak has to come around, eats a shot, eats 2 shots. Oh, and he goes down. Manticore finally gets taken out there. So in this anti-meta matchup, those chieftains are having a heck of a game. I think the idea with the Sturv out there where Roasted Banana was is to stick him out there and just to get cross shots on the reset. I don't know how well that ended up working out because he was contested quite early out there with the TVP.
I was trying to come in for a reset.
Oh. Oops. Like RTC is very content just to cap this one out here. They don't really want to take a risk of going around and chasing tanks. And a 4202 or Progetto. Especially since they don't really have vision anymore. He's great vision.
Oh, fire.
Woo!
Ooh.
Ouch.
Looks like RTC is going to take game 1 of the anti-meta meta game. All right, there we go. I got scoreboard all lined up.
Beautiful.
More, you can go ahead and
I'll go ahead and take a
down.
rundown damage there. Yeah, looking over at the THT side, a few notables there in the Badger there. Alem Chapo, just over a K in damage. Hellcat in his Progetto had a fantastic game. 3,200 in damage, picking up a kill. Doing good stuff in that. Cuba in the Tusk put up 1,600 and also picked up a kill. And then down there at the bottom, Roasted Banana in the Sturv was able to get a little bit going, almost got about 1,600 in damage out there in the field. Over on the RTC side, definitely a nice damage spread from top to bottom. UV Lights in the TVP, putting up 1,386, not too bad right there. Sig with a couple of kills in that chieftain with almost 1,500 in damage. Boy, his partner though, Quipster, in his chieftain with 4K plus and 2 kills. Fantastic game in the chieftain. Bad Baby Imp in the Badger, putting up almost 2,500 in damage, blocking 750. Kellen at the bottom there in the Object 277, putting up 1,900 in damage, picking up double kills. And then Spartan Actual in his E3 monster game with a kill and putting up almost 4,700 in damage. Nice game by Spartan and Quipster there.
Alrighty, that was a badass
Switching
game 1.
up sides.
Yep.
So what would you mix up after watching that first anti-meta match, Hells, in terms of team
honestly,
selection?
I don't
Is
know.
there
I
anything
mean,
you want to see that you like? Hey, I think this would really work well on Murrow.
on Murrow itself.
Like, did we actually get to see a Kronvon or not? THT ran that?
I thought we did. Thought he ran. I didn't see the damage spread though of it.
I don't
They
think
might have
he
changed
did.
it out. So I
I
mean,
think he changed it.
I'd like to see the Kron. And then also, I mean, I'd like to see maybe 140s or 907s push Enchanted Forest, having that that good DPM and the good turret that they have. That could be fun. The E6, I would like to see somebody play in the E6. Why not? It's a fun tank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the E6 is a good shout. That was one that I was kind of surprised. I guess I'm curious about. Well, I was just about to say the M60 using some speedier possible flanking tanks with good guns. There's definitely a lot of mediums out there. UDES 1516. There's another one we haven't seen yet. There's the Kronvon. Let's see if Spartan keeps that up there.
I don't know about the B. I don't see a whole lot of maybe one or two placements for the B. But yet again, every time someone pulls out a B, I'm waiting for the fire.
The tank does tend to burn a little bit.
Double
Little bit of a
Kronvons.
tinderbox.
Oh, look at that. Double
Ooh.
THT rocket out. Double 268s. Double 260s. Double Kronvon. I like it. I like it.
Fast lineup. I love that lineup. Wow.
So Banana in the 268, El Chapo in the 268, Cuba in the 105, Bama in the UDES, Dolphin with Hellcat in the 260s, Halo and Husker in Crons. This, you can do the RTC report.
Yeah. So far, we do have those FB 215Bs with Deadly Ebs and Sad Baby Ant. Double Kronvon with Helen and Spartan. M60 with Sig. Angle in the 13105, and the Manicore bringing another light tank with UV lights. Looks like we've still got one more tank pick for RTC. There it is, bringing the Patton, which is also a very good choice on defense. Both these lineups I like. Very interesting, but the speed of the THT lineup I'm very intrigued by. One thing to have speed, it's another thing how you use your speed. So they can definitely make a lot of good rotations. They can play anywhere on the map and get there quickly. It's how do you use it?
Right. APCR, I completely agree with you. The Axe would be an amazing tank on this map, especially out there.
Sure. No
Definitely.
question. Action X, super tank.
I'm really
Especially on
surprised.
defense.
Yeah, I'm really surprised no one's running it. Yeah. I thought they would be.
We know all
running
these teams. They're in the garage. Not like they're not there. All right, so I'm just going to kind of watch real quick and see what THT is thinking here. Oh, it's an inside push right away. We get to see that speed right out of the gate. It's an inside push on the 4 line. To wrap that UDES out wide. Both light tanks go to the field for RTC, and there's only the one light tank for THT, but he's hanging back, Cuba, in that 13105. Is this a straight to cap strat? This is a straight to cap strat. 260s are to get on cap, those Kronvons are to push up, 268s are to punish on the 4 line anything that tries to wrap, and the UDES is there to try to hold the corner. We got 4 tanks on the cap. We're down to 20 seconds. Sad Baby Imp is going to be the first to come around.
Too big of a nose. That Al Pacino nose is getting picked before it could ever get around.
Yeah. Well, the FBs have done their job because they've turned all the tanks on the cap, and the problem is that when they poke over to try to get resets, those 268s are just slapping those tanks that are poking.
Oh my God! Good night, Sig. That was 1,000 hit,
Wow.
and then followed up with a 268s, just laying the law right there. Lights though should be coming out on the backside of those 268s here relatively quickly. You would think.
THT is down 2 tanks, so they're not winning these trades very well right now against RTC, and those FVs are putting in work. Hey, they got the big nose, but they're putting in work.
There's one fire on Deadly.
Yep, I saw it. He's down to a one-shot now.
Kellen's
Another
putting in
tank goes
work.
down in the cap.
Yeah, the Kronvons of RTC are just absolutely, they're timing their placement, waiting for the 268s to engage to the lights, roll over, and then just start clipping people.
Yeah, doing good job. Good work.
Honestly, I thought I'm kind of looking at the camera there with the Kronvons of THT. I'm kind of surprised they didn't put one a little bit farther around the corner and then one a little higher up looking left, while the 260s were able to sit low more down there on that dirt road. But there it is. RTC takes round 2.
Yeah, very nicely played. Great defense there by RTC. They were totally ready for that quick cap. Going down the damage side on THT, some of the notables, Husker in his Kronvon, putting up 1173, blocking almost 1600, so he did a good blocking game there. That turret there is so trolly. Other Kronvon player, Call of Halo, put up 1360 in his Kron. And a couple more notables down there. LM Chapo in his 268 put up 3600 in damage, blocked 790. He had a good game there. And Hellcat in his 260 put up just over 2K, picked up a kill, blocked almost 1600. So good game there, but just wasn't enough. They got that cap down, I think, at one point right under 10 seconds. You know what? Those FDs did their job. Deadly there in his did 2K damage, and if you look down, Sad Baby Imp also put up 2K and picked up 2 kills. So they did their job holding the corner. Beautiful damage spread across the board. Sig in the M60 put up just over a K. Bangle in the 13105 put up 1680, picked up a kill there. The Mana Core Buddy UV Lights, 2 kills, 2300 in damage. Nice game. Both the Kronvons were doing work. Spartan putting up almost 2500 in damage. Really good game. Kellen picking up a kill with almost 2K in damage. And then finally, in the Patton, we have Skips with 2 kills and just over 2K in damage. So
yeah, Skips was able to definitely work that zipper
yeah.
line quite a bit.
Yeah, he was just popping shots constantly. That gun just kept singing, and that's what you love about that Patton gun. What map are we going to next? Is it Himmels?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that was interesting. I think that was THT's map, and now this is RTC's map, is Himmelsdorf. And we keeping sides where they're at?
Negative.
Negative.
THT's defending.
Okay. THT will be defending. A little easier task to pull off here. I've watched RTC a lot on this map in terms of attack. They can be quite sneaky in how they set up, and they love to make lots of rotations. So THT's going to have a nimble lineup in order to make counter rotations, depending on where the attack comes from. And you can see putting up those 260s right away would indicate that they are being prepared for that exact outcome.
Look at the Soviets coming out on THT side.
Yeah, quite a few on the RTC side too. And even if you remove the meta Soviet tanks, there's still a lot of Soviet tanks that work really well on a map like this.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised no one's busted. I don't think the 705A was on that list.
No, it's not. It's not banned. So, and we have seen a lot of teams use the 705A in kind of like that C6 position or B6 position that a lot of teams use to
right,
and then that northern cap.
And we've seen attacking. I've seen some 705As go hold the Delta 7 to make sure that I've seen them there with like a super conch. But yet again, I mean, so many different calls on this map, and especially now with the non-meta tanks. I mean, honestly, this is looking like punish tanks.
Yeah. Which one do you want to go down on the lineup there, Hells?
What did I do? I did THT last time. Why don't we let Legit go down? Go down one.
Okay. We got Lights and Kellen bringing the double 268s again. We got Imp and Skips in double 277s. Spartan and Quipster in double 260s. And Deadly and Sig in double FE 215 Bravos.
Cool, I'll run down the
10
THT.
seconds left, this.
Double E3s, Roasted Banana, El Chapo, IS4, Bama Freak, double 277s, Halo, Cuba, Dolphin, and Hellcat in the 260s, and an E100, Husker.
We finally see
I think
it.
we saw someone in chat going, where's the E100? Might have been Mr. APCR. There's your E100. We're getting it up there for you.
Thank you for everybody who's tuned in this evening for this off-meta GTL match.
Oh, actually, it was Sir Dunstan. I was asking, where's the E100? Yeah, so here we got your E100 up. Yeah, I would have thought to see. Yeah, speaking of him, he also mentioned where's the VK 72K, and that's a pretty meta tank in my opinion on this map, and we didn't see one of those tanks. I don't think that was on the list.
No one was crazy enough to bring out the French heavy tank.
Oh, the AMX?
The AMX, yeah. Thank God.
But we have seen teams use the Foch 155 on this map successfully.
Right.
I think the E3 is a little bit more durable.
RTC's going up and over.
Oh, they're doing the full up and over move. Okay, so let's see how THT sets up here. They're going to put both E3s in the window, so that's a good counter. The IS4s that go and take the kind of the traditional mouse or VK position over there at B6.
Hey, Pissar, you have a good one, sir. Thanks for coming out.
Both the 277s of THT have gone into kind of the train station there. And the 260 is out on E1. So we're waiting for the pain train to come around. Is this going to be a full push down the A line? Oh, Quipster did not get spotted.
Chapo has to be saying something because he got lit up. They are driving by. I was wondering if anybody was going to be able to have vision.
Yep. Here we go. They know. Wait, Bama Freak still hasn't spotted anybody.
Nope. He does not have enough out.
Yeah, his tank's out to get spotted, but not enough to do spotting.
There we go.
There it is. They are on the cap practically by the time they lit RTC up. RTCs that have come in full bore. There is no way that THT's going to be able to make the rotations on this.
Well, the good thing is, I mean, they are running 260s. They're already back. 277s are already in town, too. So THT's got them literally cornered. They're all stuck here in a corner. Interesting.
Oh, look at Husker coming around with this E100. This could be devastating right here. He's able to get that big gun in the game and start dropping some alpha shots on those tanks, like you said, Hells, that are cornered.
So the 277 and the 260s are bait. They're using the 215Bs to cap it on the backside.
Oh,
with a
Well, here comes the 260.
with
He's gonna have
the
your
268
side.
kickers. Holy crap! Anything
Got
that
it.
pushes on the 215 Bs, the Bs will fire upon Dolphin. That's pretty brilliant.
Yeah. Took a hot second, but right when you pointed it out, I was like, duh. This makes sense.
I mean, honestly, at this point in time, I wouldn't be worried about cap. I mean, the 215Bs can go take down the 260. The 268s have the other guys locked down. I would honestly go have the 215Bs, go get rid of Dolphin, and then come back. But Lights takes an 800
Yeah,
jump.
you have an overmatch where you could do that, but I think this is also not a bad call. Leave Kellen up there. Kellen can still keep that gun singing. Yeah, there it is. Just like you said, Hells. They pulled Sig off, so they're going to try to get Dolphin out here. But look at THT. THT made a rotation by bringing Cuba down the D line. Dolphin's on a 1. Husker's coming around to help.
Yep. Lights just has to
Wait.
land one shell into each tank, and it puts it well within range for 6 Hour to wrap it up. That's all he's got to do. Keep the pressure off Deadly. Deadly's got 30 seconds left on the cap.
He came off.
Oh,
And it looks like they're going for a kill all, I guess.
I was kind of surprised that Lights didn't try to re-rotate over to the hill.
So they're going to try to jump Husker here with the 2 FDs and the 268 of UV Lights.
Lights needs to
These
shape
guys,
himself.
because see, Cuba and Husker are now in a crossfire. They're caught between the 3 tanks down below in the corner and the 3 tanks pushing in, and his buddies can't push forward to help.
Hey, legit, do you want to find out if THT and RTC want to run
Already
Game
on
4?
it.
Sweet.
Already in the middle of it.
You the man. You the man. That's why you...
That's right. That you already said he's the greatest mod, and then
He is.
you put a question like that. He's already on it.
He's already on it, man. That's why I'm saying number one
He's
mod
already
of
doing his
World of Tank
job.
console.
He's doing his job.
Right? GG's. Great
Wow,
job.
that was really impressive by RTC. I like it when I see something kind of new and eye-opening, and that was really impressive. The way they pushed through the cap, took that little corner, and it was just perfect bait. Really nicely executed. Looking on the THT side for damage here, Husker in that E100. Putting up 1263, blocking over 1200. So I'd like to see more damage, but good blocking there. Both those E3s did some work though. Elam Chapo in his E3 put up 3,300 in damage plus blocked almost 2,500. So that was a really good game on his part. Roasted Banana also put up 1,773, pretty good. Dolphin in the 260 put up 1376, not too shabby. Call of Halo in his 277 put up almost 1,500 in damage, and Cuba in his 277 put up 2,300 and blocked 2K in the 277, so not bad at all. So they did have some tanks that were doing work. Over on the RTC side, they only lost 1 tank, and that was Sad Baby Imp early. Other than that, Deadly put up 1791, picked up 3 kills in his FB. Remember, he was spending a lot of time on capping, not really getting the gun in the game until they decided to push off. So I think he would have had a lot more. Sig there with almost 2,500 in damage, picking up a kill. Kellen in his 268, he just camped on top of that hill, kept that gun singing, put up almost 3K, picked up 2 kill, not bad at all. His buddy UV Lights, who was up there with him, then came down to get in the fight, putting up 4K plus and a kill, not bad at all. Then the double 260s, Whipster and Spartacus each with some respectable damage there, each over a K. Spartacus with 1706, and then finally Skips his 277 with almost 3,300 in damage and almost 1,500 blocked. So nice games by RTC, taking it 3-zip. But I think we're going to do one more where we just sort of flip sides on this and go at it again. That's the plan.
Yep, we're going to continue on.
All right. So some more non-meta GTL tanking action.
Right? I'm having fun with this. This has been pretty...
I'm having a great time. It's super fun to watch.
Hoping everybody's having a wonderful evening. Thank you for tuning in. There's been a lot of you guys tuning in. I was up there, it was 50 at one point. Thank you for everybody coming in.
Oh, there's the waffles. That's what I'm talking about, THT. Get those waffles out.
There's the sleazies. Wondering when the sleazy E was going to come out. We got a pair of them.
Yeah.
Trio of them now. Third one's
So on the THT side, Bama freaking Cuba rocking the waffles, double sleazy E's, roasted banana and Husker, 277s, which everybody seems to like on this map, Halo and Hellcat, and then the double 260s, Dolphin and LM Chapo. Over to you, Hells. Let's wrap it up.
All right, here we go. Spartan, E3, Lights, Badger, Quipster, 279E, Sleazy, Skips, 277, Sabby BM, MVG, E5s, Kellen, and the Kronvon, and Deadly Deebs, 7201K.
There it is.
Giggity, giggity, let's go tanking.
One thing we've seen so far is that obviously the meta has not changed with the tanks changing. You know, people are still running basically the same strats. It's trying to figure out what do you replace those meta tanks with, and that's been kind of the fun part tonight.
Anyway, coming out here with the little Starship Troopers, we will fight till we win. And then in the background, you hear, probably hearing Halo or Dolphins saying, bugs, we've got... Never mind. All right, here we go.
All right. This is it. This is it. What is THT's plan going to be with those double waffles? They're all going up over the hill. We're about to see maybe a repeat. I imagine the waffles will sit back probably on the 0 line, AB0, and try to farm, and everybody else will push down and apply cap pressure. Ooh.
Webster going into it.
RTC, where they put, look where Kellen's going in that Kronvon.
Yep, that's actually a pretty decent spot. And he can rotate out on a whim, but he's got the 5-line locked down.
Well, look, the RTC is setting up for a triple banana farm, but there is no one going down the banana. So how long is it going to take them to realize that that's not happening? You had MV, Sad Baby M, and Skips all set up for a triple tap on the banana, but it didn't happen. They have no intel right now.
So what are they going to do here? Slap. So they're going to boost the 279 sleazies. I wonder if they're going to plant everybody into A7. Waffles slip down B line. All right, so there we go. 2 of the tanks get lit up, but that's it. They didn't see everybody else.
Nope. They're about to find out. The sleazies are going to be the blockers.
There we go.
For sure. Pain train is lit up. Now, do they cap it or fight? Boy, it looks like a repeat of what we just saw, right? Kellen's going to be in trouble.
So they're going to bait out the guys to push out with the double wafts overlooking. So let's see how long sad baby Imp. Kellen's just going to get absolutely wrecked here. There's nothing he could do. All right, here comes the push down the 5-6 line.
Okay, so here comes the waffles. The waffles are getting set up. They have no guns are looking up that line. Question is are those waffles getting good shots? It's hard to say, right?
Right. I know one's on reload, but I'm not watching someone taking extremely lots of damage.
He bounced 2 of them off the VK.
QA going to go on reload, but Spartan Actual here is actually going to...
THT's bleeding too much hit points right now. It's a great idea. It's just, they weren't able... RTC just did not take the bait like they wanted.
Bama getting a kill there in his waffle. Cuba going to be reloaded, probably minutes, Captain, minutes. Cuba can get somewhat tucked in here.
Maybe, but he's a one-shot, I think, just about for anybody who slaps him in the turret there, so...
Bama going to be reloaded very shortly. If Bama pokes out first...
Oh, didn't get it out.
Oh.
Down 1. That should be all she wrote.
Ram him. Oh.
I do think initially the waffle sitting back up on the hill, I like what RTC did with the 2.68s a little bit better. I think it just worked out a little bit more effectively. But the idea was there. The idea wasn't bad. And Bama 3 bit, he punched out the damage there, put out over 4K, picked up 2 kills in his waffle. So one of those waffles was able to get it done there. Of course, the damage isn't going to be that high on the THT side because they kind of just pushed right down into that fight and weren't able to really get a whole lot going. I was wondering if the Sleazy E's
We're going to game 5.
Blocky. Oh, good. Roasted Banana was able to get 1353 and block almost 1800. So did get one of those Sleazy E's armor profiles kind of working well there for them. Over on the RTC side, Kellen, even though he was trapped and doomed to die because he had 6 tanks rushing him, was still able to squeeze out 1225. So good for him and being able to get some shots and to pin those nice and early. Sad Baby Imp putting up 2700 in his E5. Quipster in his Sleazy E putting up almost 2700, picking up a kill. Only 750 blocking. UV Lights in his Badger. Nice game there. 3 kills. Almost 2900 in damage and blocking almost a K. Deadly in his DK with 2200 in damage. Blocking almost 2900 in blocking. That's really super nice job in the VK. Both the E5s getting some work done there. Our buddy MVG. Picking up 2 kills and putting up over 1500 in damage. The E3, by Spartan Actual, putting up almost 2400 in damage and a kill. And then finally skips in his 277 with over 2k damage and a kill. And we're going to one more non-meta GTL match. And what map are we going to be on?
Supposedly, we're going to do Ghost Town Encounter all light tanks.
Okay. This should be silly. If you missed it on the last one with KMD and L7, we did like a little bonus match there. It was Tier 8 Premium Light Tank Battle. I believe that KMD took that. It was quite entertaining. Maybe a little hard to keep track of the damage and who was winning and losing, but it was really fun.
Just a reminder, guys, go over there, hit head over to the YouTube. I'm going to throw out some other games here. This was a really good fight. There is the Ghost versus Aggro. That was a pretty fun one. While you're over there on YouTube, remember to click the bell, get the remind, subscribe. He puts up new content all the time, so never a dull moment over there.